video record of Hudson's lesson so far. The very first thing we've been working on is impulse control, starting with the crate. So Hudson's learning that when I open the crate door, his job is to wait until he hears the word okay in order to come out of the crate. This is a really good way to set a foundation for him understanding not to be pushy in other areas of his life, for example, on leash or when greeting people. So the first thing that I did with him was I just started opening the door, and if I saw his head go forward like it's going there, I just closed the door gently. And we built up to a little bit of tolerance in regards to time, so good job. So I might have released him normally there, but we're moving forward to me being able to reach in and snap the leash on. So we're sort of upping the criteria of what we're expecting. This is going to be a little challenging for him. So I'm going to try and do it very slowly and make it easy for him. And if he goes to push forward even a little bit, I'm going to close the door, even that. And if he does get out, we're just going to put him back in. It's not trouble, we'll start over again. Okay. Good job. Good. And try and give really calm praise when he comes out of the crate so that he doesn't think that it's the most exciting place to be, which is out of the crate. So the next thing I've been working on with Hudson is a little impulse control on the ground, putting a treat on the floor and teaching him not to touch it until he's given permission, or not all in some cases. So I'm going to start by just luring him into a down with a little hand signal that we worked on, and we'll talk about that in a minute. I'm going to take a piece of hot dog and put it about 12 inches away from him on the ground. If he goes to get up to get the food, I don't say anything. The only thing that happens is that the food goes away. And if he stays, I'm going to say yes to mark the moment that he did what I like, and then I'm going to give him a little yes. So notice my hand is pretty close to him so that I can grab the food if he jumps up to get it. But he's actually doing really well with this. So I'm going to show you what we've gotten to, which is at 12 inches away, I'm able to drop the food and not have him touch it. This sort of starts to simulate what it would be like in real life if you dropped something in the kitchen on the floor and you didn't want your dog to touch it. I haven't started adding a cue word yet, or a cue phrase like leave it, but he definitely is ready for it. And I've also been working on bringing the food closer to him so that he is able to ignore the food or show impulse or self-control even when the food is very close. That was good job. Okay. Okay, so the other thing we've been working on is Hudson getting a little better with his basic manners, like sit and down. You guys did a good job of teaching him sit, so he's definitely got that going. But I started working more on getting him to understand down and stand. So the signal for down is pointing to the ground. And we're going to wait for him to try and decide that that's what he wants to do in order to get what I have. Yes. And notice I'm not saying the word down yet because I'm not really confident he's going to follow the hand cue. And when I'm confident he'll do that, then I'll put the word or the cue or command right before I make the hand signal. And this is a little bit of a waiting game with him. We actually want him to have moments like this where he offers other behaviors, yes, because it actually is a learning opportunity, in that it gives him a chance to figure out that if he sees that signal, and he doesn't go into a down, then he doesn't get what he wants. Yes, good. Okay. We've also been working on stand. Get his little icon. Sit. Good. So I'm going to put my hand about where I think he's going to be naturally when he's standing, and I'm going to say the word stand right before because he's doing well with this, so I'm willing to bet money he's going to do it. Stand. Yes. Good. So eventually what this signal will become when you guys do more practice, come over here and use your hand, is something that looks more like this. Stand. Yes. So you should be able to do it from a standing position. I've also been working with Hudson on walking nicely on leash, so we're going to show off that a little bit. So we're focusing on making sure that we have a slack leash at all times. So my job is to hold the leash in a slack way so that we sort of work as a team. I make it easy for him. If I start holding the leash tight, it means he's likely to pull because the leash is tight. So slack leash, we start with him at a sit. Good job. I'm going to reinforce him for this because I'm paying attention to the camera, not him. But normally at this stage you don't really have to when you begin. But I'm going to step off and tell him to go with me by saying let's go. If he does a bounce beat start, I'm going to go back away, get him to follow. Let's go. Good. I'm doing lots of turns into him. So that he's figuring out that he has to stay behind the line of my side, because it's a good way for him to understand that he doesn't know necessarily which direction we're going, just like that. He starts looking at the camera, but he has to pay attention to me in order to figure out where we're going. Good, yes, and that was very distracting. You can't see it. Good. I'm also, oh, you can turn the camera. I'm also doing lots of changes of speed. So I'm going to start off walking very slowly with him, and then I'm going to speed up and slow down again. Ready? Go. And that was actually too energetic of a start. So to make things easy on him, I'm going to start over again so he understands that bouncing at any point in the walk is not going to get him what he wants, which is food, praise, and moving forward. Go. Sit. Good. We're going to try again. See if we can get a calmer start. Okay, let's go. Nice. Good. He gets a nice reinforcement for that. And then we're going to speed up. Yay! Good. We've got a nice easy walk. I'm going to do a little bit of a turn into him. Notice how I don't have any tight leash. We're going to slow down. Good. We're going to speed up again. Good job. Woo! I'm going to get him to turn and do a wide turn around me. We're going to stop and sit. Good. I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to show off a little bit more. Okay. Nice slow beginning. Good. And then we're going to speed up. Progress so far. Hope you guys are having fun.